So, how we doing, guys? It is that time of the month again, just to look at where we've been so far this month. I think not much has really changed. I got into a bit of banking stocks, really. That was like the highlight of this month. But then I took positions in, I think, some other players. So I had mentioned in my last video, I think, that I was going to do a bit more in like Okomo and all that stuff. I did not buy Okomo, but I did buy Presco because it seemed like a better choice. I'll get into that in a second. And what else did I buy? I bought some banks. You know what? Actually, let's just get into it really. So this month, I bought the ones in yellow are the guys that I increased or, added new positions. Oh, I should have added this one. There we go. So let's start with the one at the top, Presco. So I don't think I had Presco last month. Let me double check. No, I did not. So I added Presco this month, 25 units of Presco. I do have a target. We'll get to that in a second, but I'm just about 2.5% of my target for the year. No change, no change, no change. Then for Jais Bank, I added 500 units to my Jais Bank because they're just, trying to average downwards. I bought GT 270 units because it's GT Bank. They lead the banking industry when it comes to, stocks, really, stock value. But I bought GT because I see a huge upside, right? So you see here that my reason for GT is dividend and capital appreciation. Last year, when they were doing the whole raising thing, the MD Shegun, he said that, he's going to guarantee dividends increasing every year for whatever, whatever. And I was like, fair. And it's GT Bank, and I use GT Bank, right? And I'm already in access. We'll get to that in a second. Then I bought First Bank, 800 units. Now, when I actually bought all this, I wasn't quite sure why I was buying so little. But after this month, I think I'm going to double down as we get along for the rest of the year because most likely, I'm going to hold what I have here and just add or remove whoever is like doing well. But these guys, I think I'm going to double down on till the end of the year. So yeah, I got into First Bank. I bought 800 units because they had a stellar. When I say stellar, I mean absolutely stellar year last year, right? And then Otedola has been running riots there also, which I thought was good. I think let me pull it out. So yeah, they had last year they had record profit before tax of 862 billion and gross earnings surged to by 113% to 3.33 trillion, which I thought was interesting. Net interest income for them grew 1.39 and blah blah blah. So it was a good one to buy, and that was why I entered First Bank. Again, I'm going to probably double down on most of these as the year goes on. Access Bank, I added 120 units to what I already had before. MTN, I added 60 units because, like I mentioned in the last video, I believe in what they are doing. Yes, they did a madness with removing that 15 gig for 2K that all of us actually use every week. But I do believe there's potential in the stock. I mean, MTN is like power. It's like the power industry where there will always be growing demand, right? Population is growing. They are the market leaders. Why not? I'll get into numbers in a second. Then I took a very, very as you know, I have multiple portfolios, but for my YouTube portfolio, I decided to enter UPDC just to make a point here. But the problem I had was at the time I bought UPDC in my other portfolios, it was lower. But when I remembered, oh, let me just buy it for this video just to say what I wanted to say, it was already 4 naira 65, and I was like, no, that's like high. But I still bought it anyway because it was only 10 units, so that's just like 50 naira. Nothing serious. But I bought UPDC because if you remember in my previous videos, I had mentioned that everybody under that group, this USCN group, was doing well, like livestock feeds, better glass, no, sorry, not better class, livestock feeds, CAP PLC, can't remember the other ones, but they're all doing quite well. So, and UPDC is part of that. So I decided to enter UPDC in another portfolio, but I just added it here to make this point. And then I entered Computer Warehouse Group. Now, I entered Computer Warehouse Group because a friend of mine did a thesis on it, right? And it was quite compelling, right? So he looked at their revenue growth. Now, for context, as at December 2023, their gross profit was 4.7 billion, but by December 2024, it was 10.3 billion, which I thought was solid. Profit after tax went from 576 million in 2023 to 3.5 billion in 2024. I mean, hey, right? It only shows that the company is doing quite well. So it was a no-brainer to enter, really. And so that's why I'm in Computer Warehouse Group here. That's what CWG is. It's one of the stocks that you might not really know about unless you're actually like following the market. So yeah, something to definitely pay attention to. Okay? Yeah. It's not just the mainstream guys. There are opportunities outside the mainstream guys. So the mainstream guys are just for really for me to hedge, right? But there are also all these outside opportunities like that. So I bought 4,000 units of that. All in all, this month I've added about 111,000 worth of new stock. So let's look at the performance. So Presco I entered at 773, 795 as a close of market on Friday. This is Friday 21st of this was Friday 21st of February. I don't know when this video will come out, but this is as at Friday 21st of February. And what else? Jai's Bank. So I've averaged down to 2.59, closed market at 3.39, which is not bad at all. GT entered at 65 naira. We're currently at 63. Slight hits on that one. I think I bought at the wrong time in the market, really. But hey ho, let's see. I still think that GT is going to hit 100 naira this year. You heard it here first. I think it's a hit 100 naira this year because I believe I'm going long on banks this year. So yeah. First Bank, I bought at 30 naira 62. We're currently seeing 30 naira 70. So a bit up there. Just 64 naira, but it's something. Who else? MTN entered at 244 for this portfolio, currently at 264. Not bad at all. UPDC again, just 4 naira 65, but that's just 15 naira. Nothing really that moves the needle there. But Computer Warehouse Group entered at 7 naira 59 kobo. We closed at 8 naira 50. So this is going to be portfolio as at end of February, right? So yeah, we are currently 613, and this is this is portfolio as at 21st of February. Sorry. So yeah, but since I'm doing one video a month, that's why this is going to be the only one in February. So we'll be looking at it, and we are currently at 613 naira. Portfolio is up 99k because of the new additions. And I think the market didn't really do too much this month, right? Which is not bad at all. I mean, hey, we're still up 16%. Something I just want to quickly run through is my year-to-date performance in units versus my goal. So my goal, let me just show that here for a bit more clarity. Let's just run through. So I'm 7% because I'm targeting 1,000 units of Okomo, 1,000 units of Presco because palm oil boys are running rowdy this year, right? And palm kernels or palm trees are one of those things that you can't really catch up because if you plant your own palm tree this year, you're looking at 4 or 5 years before it starts to germinate, before you make a name, there's just no point. So the threat of new entrants here is really, really low. So these guys are solid and they're printing cash. Who else? Let me see. USCN 10,000. I've only done 1,000. Jai's Bank, I'm aiming for 300,000. I'm only at 33,000. Not bad. 50k units of GT, currently at 270. You know what? Don't despise little beginnings. This is just February. Let's see where we finish out this year, right? Similarly, First Bank, 100,000 I'm aiming for because Otedola, because banking, Nigeria's oldest banking institution, it should really be more than 30 naira. And I think personally, I'm looking at an upside of 45 naira by year end. So plus dividend. So let's see. Access Bank, we're currently on 1,000. I'm aiming for 50k, so just 2%. Who else is new? Maybaker, 50k, 3, blah, blah, blah. Computer Warehouse Group, I'm aiming for 50,000, currently on 4,000, which is 8%. But I think my best performer in terms of my target so far is Cornerstone. I didn't buy any this month actually because, or did I? Hold on, let me double check. No, I didn't buy any Cornerstone this month because, yeah, I just didn't think that far right now and I didn't have the liquidity for it. So maybe in March, we'll see if I double down on maybe one or two of these and see how far I can go. But yeah, I'm 23% through my target and this is just the second month of the year. So I think this one is highly achievable. I think it's highly achievable. But yeah, that is it, guys. Let me just quickly say something with respect to Presco, right? Just for more context. As at December 2023, Presco had made 65 billion in gross profit and they had made 32 billion in profit after tax. But that grew to 112 billion in December 2024, right? As at profit after tax. So I say all this to say that's why I took position here, and that's why I'm doubling down on the palm oil industry, right? I personally think we could hit 1K this year, like Nestle prices, which I think is a fair reflection, right? So let's see. Let's see how that goes. And that's the portfolio for February. See you again in March.